Yo, welcome, guys. I'm extremely excited for you guys to see what we have for you today. This is week 1 of RLWS, Rocket League Workshop Showmatches. That's right, we decided that we gotta have some more action within the workshop community. Let's get some prize money. Let's get some show matches going between some of the most talented players as well as some content creators. And let's do it on a map that everyone knows and loves. So we're going with Beach Volley with Middle Wall. That's the official title of the workshop map by Mr. Phil, but it's beach volleyball. You guys have seen this map. It's been remade over and over and over again, and we're excited. Here's how it's going down. Here's the format for week 1. This is a guinea pig week, but for week 1, here's what we did. First to 10 goals in a best of 5 series. That's it. No win by 2, no anything. We got light physics on the ball, unlimited boost, and that's it. No 3 touch limit like traditional volleyball. No nothing. And we've got some absolute beasts coming up in this first match. We have Taha and Tybu, both 6-man's grinders. Taha also prominent content creator. He's got a nice following on TikTok. Check him out. I'll link all his stuff in the description as well as every other player here. But we got Taha and Tybu, some ranked 6-man's grinders, bubble players, potentially, if you want to call them that. I'm not quite sure if we should or shouldn't. That's up to you to decide. I'd say they're pretty damn good. And they're taking on LiquorBagels and JamaicanCoconut, both very, very, very talented players, but content creators at heart. They've both got TikTok accounts that are starting to do work. They're streaming. They're doing the whole 9. It's going to be a good match. Let's get into it.
Yeah, my PC didn't either for the first
All
time.
right. Wow, my face is red. Holy shit.
Dude, it's exciting. The RLWS. Let's go. Let's
You
bring
seeing
it
the
in.
screen? You doing good?
Oh, yeah. We're seeing it.
Heck yeah.
Loud
All
and
right.
clear, baby. Loud and clear.
All right, well, I'm going to join spectating. You spectate. Do your thing, man. If these guys are ready, I'll let them know. I do need Liquor and Cocoa to be blue. There's orange. We should be good.
This is a super cool, unique thing that you're doing here. And yeah, it's a lot of work in the background, like we said, prior to the stream. But I'm super excited for it because all of that, you talked about how Taha and Tybu, how they're higher level players. And we have Liquor and Coco here who maybe a bit more content focused. But honestly, isn't this more content focused in itself? So I think it's going to be a lot closer than we imagined. Yeah, sure, mechanics come into it as well. But I'm still excited because I think it's going to be extremely close, like much closer than a lot of people would think.
I agree. And reiterating the format here, first to 10 goals. We're not going to play super strict volleyball rules. We're just going for it. First to 10 on the scoreboard, unlimited touches. No pinch kickoffs. That's a little bit unfair. But besides that, we're just going to run with it and see how it goes. So we got orange firing back, not having too much of an issue here. But I agree with everything you said, man. It's going to be interesting. A lot of high-ranked players, you just assume that it's a shoo-in, but they're good at 3s. They're good at 6-mans. This is volleyball. It's very different. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, not to mention, of course, Liquor and Coco right on cue, getting the first goal here to you off that wall. You got to make it awkward for the other team. And the way they played it off that corner was the perfect way to start it off. So 1-0 here for Liquor and Coco. And that's going to be the name of the game, is put the defense in an awkward spot. If they do have unlimited touches, that's more chances for them to get across the net, obviously. But also, take into consideration that, you have to be really thoughtful with your touches. Put them in the exact right spot so that the way the defense can handle it. Now 2-0, by the way.
Yeah, a little own goal action looking like me out there. The ball does not have to clear past the plane of the floor. It just has to touch and make contact, so it does score a little bit more quickly than you're expecting. I know when I was kind of warming up with these guys last night, running the map, making sure we could connect, it definitely catches you by surprise. Like, look at that. Speed.
Slam it down. One thing that I noticed is your badass logo on the ball. That is tight.
Is that in there for the players? We don't know.
I don't know, actually. I'll have to go check the other streams, but yeah. I know Taha is streaming right now. I think Liquor is streaming as well. So
how do I newbie here? How do I get my direct remote off the screen?
Oh, you gotta hit that H, dog. It's all about the H. You want to go H, and then if you lose
Beautiful.
director, you just hit 9, and then boom, you're in.
Oh my gosh. The veteran plays on the spectator mode coming out. 3-0 though. I did not expect this early. It is going to be high scoring, especially with unlimited touches and rocket 2s as opposed to 3s. A lot of people prefer 3s here. I wanted to keep it action packed. So we'll see. This is week 1. If we need to change the formatting a little bit, we got no problem doing so. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Good hit by Coconut.
Ooh, able to save that just above the net as well. It was perfectly placed, but they still got back to it. Great defense.
Okay, I'm liking that we're getting some volleys. Ooh, a little bit of a whiff there by I didn't actually see who that was.
I think it was Liquor there, just trying to get across. No, Liquor.
Yeah, you're right.
Uses
You're right.
ceiling. And again, the ceiling and it hit the side wall. Like, I didn't even expect that. Like, I was watching it the whole way. Was not anticipating that. Still hit the ground. It's nuts.
I'm being told that Bear Light is not quite loud enough.
That has never happened in my life, by the way.
We're going to go ahead and make you nice and loud. It'll blow my eardrums out, but we'll be fine. That was a great touch by Tybu. Little redirect goal. He's camping the mid wall, and it's going to work.
Ooh, that looked like experience. And, you know, Tybu, I'm not sure how much experience he has on this map, to be honest. But, you know, camping that wall, I saw Lethamir face off with Arsenal, I believe it was, on one of their YouTube videos. And that's a viable strategy. Maybe he got it from there.
Wouldn't be surprised. We're not the first people to play on volleyball. This map has been made and made over multiple times. There's like 4 or 5 variants. This is one of my favorites, so we went with this one. But people have definitely played this before. It's just going to be whether they're comfortable with, you know, the change of pace. You're not trying to keep the ball out of the back of your net. You're trying to keep it off the ground, period. It's very different.
And that was a point I was going to bring up as well. I think the team that, you know, goes unpredictable, right, that kind of switches things up, throws a bunch of fakes. Since this map isn't exactly regulation size, you see the corners are a little bit indented. Well, if you switch it up, try to use different angles, you could throw off the defense like really quickly.
I agree, and I'm being told by chat that Tybu was on the winning team of Taha's volleyball tournament. Remember back in the summer of 21, he ran a 3s tournament with a bunch of content creators, including bigger names, I believe. Some of the SSG squad got involved in that, and Tybu's cracked. He's a young, cracked gamer. We'll see if we see him into the RLCS scene in the upcoming years. I wouldn't be surprised.
Super cool. Yeah, I'd like to see him in the circuit for sure, and you know, maybe I'll be casting the main stage to cast some of his games, dude. Hopefully, hey, let's advance together, Tybu. Yeah, let's go.
Full circle moments. Let's go.
Absolutely, I'm down for it.
He's rocking the Merc. I noticed he was rocking Dominus in some warm-ups. And the ball just has to touch the ground. Even when dribbling with the Dominus, sometimes it still kind of scores if it's not perfectly on the top. I said, hey, man, you might want to go Octane. He said, be right back, and he came back with a Merc.
Oh, I need to be tall.
And it's working.
I got you.
Yeah, to be nice and tall. It's the tallest hitbox, right?
I think it is.
Is it taller than Octane?
Maybe the bus? It's definitely taller than Octane.
Is Battle Bus its own hitbox?
Could be. It is a meme car, so I wouldn't doubt it. Tell you, able to make it 6'4", though. That was nice.
Yeah, quick turnaround like people in chat are saying. A little bit of a miss touch here. We put light physics on the ball as well. That's a mutator I didn't mention, just to give it a little bit more float like real volleyball. But you still can't smack it right into the side wall like that.
You got to split the difference. You know, you can't go full super light or whatever it is, the super high setting. Otherwise, it floats forever.
I'm liking this play they're setting up. Oh, that's beautiful. You're seeing these players, they're using the ceiling to their advantage. They understand that it's going to come down quick and you don't have a lot of time to react. Almost a ceiling pinch there.
Directly down, like in front of the net. Like, what are you even going to do if you touch that? Like, you have to send it up the wall and hope for a teammate. I'd like to see them get their teammates more involved. It looks like everybody's trying to like catch and toss it back over the net. I think maybe a pass would really free things up and help out a bit. But that one's going to pinch as well. Oh, Jamaican couldn't quite get it over the net, but Liquor will keep it up for now. And Liquor back up for it, gets a touch. Try to go backside. Yeah, nobody's back for that one. That was an easy put in. Looked like they weren't ready for it. 6-6.
It's also a good example of, you know, if you follow volleyball, you'll realize that these are not true volleyball rules. We're letting people follow up their own hits, unlimited touches, and he was able to send it off the wall to himself and hit it in there nicely.
Yeah, as week one, obviously we're figuring out what works best for the players, but they did kind of agree on the physics, so that's number one. And then Number 2 is going to be, they can make a gentleman's agreement of, hey, we only touch it 3 times, and if not, let the other team score. Like, we're not opposed to that, right? But
no sir, no sir.
Obviously up to them. So,
the wall tactic not working out for Coconut. Can Liquor keep it? He does.
Oh, still up somehow. They got that pop over. Liquor Tybu goes way up and gets it touchdown. Liquor able to keep it up for now. JamaicanCoconut almost got it over the net. Liquor to put it right back into the zone. That's going to be awkward, but Tybu still keeps it up, and this is the best volley we've seen all night.
I was about to say that. It's going back and forth, but no chance of scoring yet. No signs of scoring, I should say. Plays it to space off that back wall. And you mentioned it's kind of beveled. It's not a typical arena style. It's a diagonal wall back there. You can get some good bounces off it.
Definitely, and they're playing these perfectly, by the way. Both teams going just over the net or using the ceiling, like you mentioned. That one finally falls, and so that's going to feel really good. Remember, it's the first to 10. It's not win by 2, correct?
I wasn't planning on it. We can implement that if these guys are feeling it, but as of now, it is not in the plan, so it's getting pretty close. A very back-and-forth game, 6-7. 3 goals could be the difference here.
Very well be, especially when you have the skill of Tybu, who you see up for this one. A nice touch to laid off for Taha instead of trying to put it over the net himself. That's that teamwork we were talking about earlier. As Tybu off this ceiling this time, but JamaicanCoconut able to get to that one as well. And the volley from Taha, that is a bullet, but right off the top of the oh my! It was right on top of the net and somehow stayed out, and then it falls for Taha. You gotta be kidding! What a volley!
Oh, we're clipping that one. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what are the chances? Twice! And then hit him.
It's very hard to see kind of the curvature or how big the top of that invisible net is. And man, he hit it perfectly in the center twice, bounced up, even back towards him a little bit. God, he's got to be a little bit frustrated there.
Gotta be at least a little bit tilted. Whoa, what a save. What a dig there from Taha. Yeah.
Yeah, volleyball terms. There, too much space right there. Tybu saw that, smacked it down. We are now on game point, whether we're doing a 2-point lead or not. 10 points for Orange Team gets the first win and resets. Back against the wall. What are they going to do?
Yeah,
they have kickoff.
Liquor and Coco doing a great job to hang around, and they will get one off this. So hold on, 9-7 as they're back within 2, and pending a little bit less luck, per se, or against them, rather. I mean, they have a shot here to come back nonetheless.
Hey, do predictions per game.
It looks like it'll be Taha and Tybu. So,
yeah, prediction per game. Nah, do per game. Do per game.
Tries to get just a tiny pop on it and maybe touch again with the control, but Liquor gets it back down. Tybu gonna keep it up for now off that side wall. Coconut gonna play it off that back wall, and Tybu still reads it. What a read.
Oh.
There it is.
It's a fatal mistake there.
And that'll be game 1 to Taha and Tybu.
Oh, figured it out.
As they start. All right, we're back. Game 2. Let's go.
All right, it was hidden in the deep settings of Rocket Host. Not where you would expect to find them, but I saw reset everything button. I clicked it. So we are on to game 2. Game 1 going to Taha and Tybu. As you can see on the scoreboard, it's a best of 5. First to 10 goals, unlimited touches. Only real caveat is no pinch kickoffs. It was a 10-7, or was it 10-6? Refresh my mind.
10-6 in that last one.
10-6 in the last one, but it was a 6-6 match at 1 point, so very close between these two teams. Personally, just to watch, I'm hoping for game 5, but we'll see.
See, I was sitting here prepared to, when we began game 2, to say they're still about to figure it out. But after the last few volleys, it looks like they do have everything figured out after game 1, and that just blows my mind. Because it took me a solid, 45 minutes that we were in the lobby to try and figure it out, right? But these guys just like instantly able to adapt. I don't understand, but it's insane.
And that's probably what makes them some of the best players, grinding, trying to get into that professional level. These guys are grinding 6-mans with different players all the time. They don't have a specific team. They're able to adapt to the competition and just make it work, you know? That's something I'm bad at. I just rage. I get mad at ranked and then I never play it again. It's kind of where I'm sitting. I have like 50 ranked games this season. It's bad.
Listen, I'm a relatively optimistic guy, but put me in ones, and I will absolutely throw this controller through your window. I'll do it. We'll absolutely do it.
Ones is tough.
Definitely. But is it as tough as volleyball? New map, you know?
Very true, very true. I'm noticing Tybu, he's playing on the walls, even that middle wall a lot. Tybu is. And I know Taha said at one point, you know, he ran his volleyball tournament. He said he wasn't sure if he was a fan of people being allowed to drive on their own mid-wall. And I guess I'm understanding why. The best players, they can use that to their advantage very well. But Liquor slips that one past him. They both pushed up a little too far. So it has its pros, it has its cons.
Yeah, they're able to get up to it, and you see both of them trying to defend it too. Almost like they wanted to stay on the wall and try for a pinch there. That's that creativity that I was talking about, that it's going to make you successful. Unfortunately, it kind of backfired for Taha and Tybu in that instance, but I like to see them keep trying now, and especially when they get a quick answer like that, 2-2 really quickly.
Interesting. Almost looked like they weren't ready for the kickoff. When you see a player going in reverse to make a hit, it's not almost ever a good sign.
Not exactly what you want. Not exactly how you draw.
Typically not the move.
Imagine if it was, though, but either way, it's
I'd be a lot higher ranked, that's for sure.
Big save. Save.
We're seeing just a few more mistakes coming out of the blue squad. These guys are still kind of learning the reads on the ground. It is a little bit misleading. Right here, you would think that he had it. Just barely off. He's probably not used to the Merc hitbox, to be fair. But that's on him.
Right, you do get you trade one for another. You can't have it all, right? It's either it hits the ground whenever it hits the top of your car in the Dominus, or you have to trade out hitboxes. And for me, the Merc was never good.
Yeah, it's tough. It's funny for about 3 games, and then you're like, well, I understand why no one uses this.
Especially when you have, well, sometimes it's not even your fault. You used to have the, I don't know if you still have the channel point option where the chat can switch your car. Is that still a thing?
I have like customized my car.
Gotcha.
For a while they could make me use whatever they wanted, and then I was like, no, I'm a Mantis main. I'm only gonna use Mantis, so you guys gotta like change. You can change my decal and stuff. And now I'm kind of back to Octane or on Octane. So it's kind of just a customize your car thing. I'll play with whatever. We're having fun out here, you know.
Exactly, dude.
Nothing wrong with the Scarab here and there. Because that's like 99% of the time.
Oh yeah, every single time.
You must become the ball.
Exactly. Ooh. JamaicanCoconut try to get a block. Can he keep it up? He does. Maybe another touch off the top side of the Merc. So there's the perk of the Merc. Some would say. Others would say you're an idiot.
Others would say shut up. Good placement though by Bagels. They're going back and forth, but right now it still seems like it is in favor of Orange. They're the ones scoring first. If we go back and forth forever, they will win 10-9 at this rate.
It's in strategy. That's well, you got to come in with one, right? You can't just laissez-faire the volleyball nation.
Free hand in the capitalist market. Come in.
You know what I'm saying? Can't do that.
Good little pinch. It really seems like the way to go is one back, one up on the wall. Try to force them to play it weird. So we see Coconut on the wall.
Floater.
Is it gonna go? Oh, that bounce was brutal.
It stayed out for a second. I didn't think it would. I thought that would give Taha a chance how quickly he plays. But well read. What a dunk.
Yeah, that was giving them the lead. We'll see. We'll see. I'm rooting for them. I've played with these guys more. I know them a little bit better, so I am slightly biased. I also just want to see this thing go to Game 5. I don't want to see a shutout. We don't ever want to see a shutout.
No, that's not how you roll. In a best of 5? No, it's got to be at least a 3-1. Obviously, we hope for the 3-2. But right now, we keep that same pace, the back and forth. So, who knows?
I feel like I never answered this. Someone in chat asked if I got a spray tan. I did not. I just red right now for some reason.
You got the fresh cut though.
You got the fresh cut.
We're both we're matching fresh cuts.
My cheeks are all red. I don't get it. They're warm. I am kind of sick though. I guess that makes sense.
That'll happen, dude. Listen,
Really
it's
hate to
not
see it. Is he going to get stuffed? He does get stuffed. Bagels has all of the field to play with. Plays it all the way to the right side. Not enough to get a goal. And we're continuing the volley.
We thought just off that corner, and that was the toughest to read whenever you put it to that corner. If I was them, I would put it on that corner every single time. So off the wall.
Yeah, see, that one's tough. You probably thought it was going to hit the full diagonal wall, bounce out a little bit, it just kind of rolled right down.
In your typical Rocket League games, that looked like it was going to hit corner and stay up. So I get the confusion there, 100%.
Good hit, good hit. Not good enough. They're getting confused a little bit, it seems. Actually, I'm not giving Tybu enough credit here. That was a banger. He got a lot more power on that than I expected.
Yeah, and again, aiming for that back corner, either it doesn't matter how it bounces off. It's just not a read I don't think anybody's used to unless you played this mode before. So you kind of confuse them a little bit, and it's definitely taking it to the advantage. They're going to try the same thing. So that one gets back over the nets, and it's both times, starting off strong, and you have some hope for Liquor and Coco until the game gets down to the very end, and then suddenly they turn on the Jets. Taha and Tybu both have been just absolutely lethal in the second half of both games.
Ooh. Wow. Clutch hit.
Ooh. Right back in, though, and sure enough, it drops. Yeah, 6-7.
We saw, yeah, it was Taha right there. He kind of started boosting, stopped a little bit, hesitated, wasn't sure how to read this bounce, and it was way lower than expected. I feel that pain. He's definitely just like struggling on these the side walls. Just it goes down way faster than you think.
Absolutely, it's the two things that we talked about that make it difficult for the defense. He used them both in one play, and one of them's off the back corner, one's off the ceiling, right? So he used both. Oh, that one backfires, though. It'll count for the Liquor, although he didn't really get the last touch there. An own goal. Used each other to try to pinch back in the zone off the back wall. That one looked like it was going to get over. They just weren't able to get to it, so now it's tied game 7-7.
All right, we're reading the in-game chat. Thank you, J-Nick, my mod, for letting me know. Some people are lagging. They're going to leave the server and rejoin. I was seeing some pings getting up into the 60s and 70s. And we're all located in East, joining an East server, so that shouldn't be happening. So we'll see what happens. I paused the server here, and that's why we're seeing the latency variation thing.
This happens once in a while in these workshop maps, so it's nothing we can't fix just by, maybe rejoining between games as well. So maybe that's something we gravitate to as well.
We could definitely. Yep. Furnace came out of retirement. How was Brovid? Was that bro COVID?
100% what he means.
All right, listen, man. 100%. I spent time with my family. I enjoyed my holiday break. I hope everyone else did.
You know what? Mine was pretty low key.
Same.
But that I only drank
to see my family, so we're chilling.
There you go. Hell yeah, man. I would expect you to be the one to go nuts, right? Be party man 5,000. 3 drinks in hand at all times. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we did a little bit of drinking, and that probably led to how my immune system let down its guard with the vid.
There you go.
But we keep it within reason. But
fair.
Yeah, we consumed. We consumed.
It's a good balance, dude. That's what we're all after.
Jesus Christ. Whoever that is in chat, I forget. I forget who made that account. But Taha gets it done. We're getting close to game point. 1st to 10. It's looking similar to the last game. It was close for a little bit. We'll see if they kind of speed ahead and close it out, or if it stays close.
Anybody's game at this point. But the way that Taha and Tybu closed out game 1, gonna have to kind of lean against your boys. I mean, we have to have a little bit of...
That was close. I don't know if you saw the ball got a little bit dark. As it would when it's about to score.
Yeah, just like in regular Rocket League when it's like halfway in. And exactly what you mean.
Did it again there.
Wow. Poor bails him out right now. Otherwise, it would have been game point there.
A little bit awkward. I was going to pop it. Tybu, a master of air roll. Apparently.
More touches. Still up.
Poor communication there. Like in a goal time.
I like how they still work on this map, too.
You know, I'm actually looking at the time in game, right? We're approaching the 5-minute mark and we're approaching the 10-goal limit. It's lining up nicely. Kind of just pulled 10 out of my butt. I was like, that sounds like a good one.
It was right on point. Maybe a little bit longer, but the games that I cast for RLCS for the Charlotte Phoenix, everyone goes to overtime, so it's basically the length of one game.
Yeah, there we go. LiquorBagels in chat said win by 2 ? I said wasn't planning on it, but we can vote. But then again, they're still playing. I'm going to go ahead and pause the server and pause to determine if we want to play win by 2 or not. I think since it's best of 5 anyways, probably not. I vote no, up to you guys. So any feedback from you?
Play regular. Just first to 10, I think is the consensus here.
All right. Unpausing. It's not a goal explosion anyway, so... Or a goal replay. A goal cam. Sometimes I call it a kill cam, like in Call of Duty. I'm like, wait a minute.
Dude, it might as well be a kill cam. Especially when you have the missile strike as a goal explosion. Legitimately a kill cam. Oh, a fake out from
really?
Liquor?
Got the fake kickoff strats coming in. It pays off. 9-9. We are on literal game point. No matter what happens, someone is scoring here. It's going to be Taha and Tybu. Orange team's kickoff. Liquor's saying real laggy. We'll go ahead and let them rejoin after this game. We could also rehost the match after this one, but let's see how it goes. Off the ceiling.
Oh, and right directly down. It feels bad.
It is a feels bad if you're on the blue team. Let's see what happens. Get a little bit of a better angle here.
So awkward. Again, that corner is so dead.
Very awkward. I'm going to go ahead and reset and then pause.
Right, good to go. So you're obviously a little bit biased, like you said, but do you think that they accomplished the reverse sweep? I mean, incredibly rough against these boys.
I'm just confused. You guys can't see too well if you're watching stream because of the logo. It's covering up chat a little bit, but Liquor said, all caps, lol. And then Taha said Lamau. Maybe it's because of the babysitting comment. Maybe they're listening in. They've got the mics. They're sneaky. But, yeah, I agree with what you said, man. It's going to be a tall task to get the reverse sweep. These guys have the potential to hold... You know, we're doing King of the Hill style with these where week 2... The winners of this will stay in and face a new challenger, and we have that lined up for you that we can announce at the end of stream. They might make a good run. These guys are solid. I did not intentionally bring in this heavy of hitters this early on. It just kind of happened. But the games have been close. They've proven that they're not unbeatable. They're giving up goals. They're not perfect.
It's true.
So we'll see. We'll see.
But they're making good plays, too. Like, Taha recognized that Liquor was on the wall and was able to get that touch to angle it past him. It was actually kind of nuts to watch. And then another goal, 2 in a row for this man. As he just kind of let it sit. They weren't able to get over to the net itself.
Tybu's got the 5-time world champion tag. What do you think that's from?
Well, it's just from being better than Turbo Pulsa and actually winning a 5th championship, I believe.
Yeah. He's been secretly playing as a variety of other pro players. This is actually... Can you imagine if it's like a shared account between a bunch of players? And I wonder if it's... it might be some sort of ESL tag if they had an ESL Worlds, and even though it was like not really Worlds.
Maybe. It also could be... Isn't it
CRL?
Bacchus Rod? It could be Bacchus Mod Run, though. 5-time world champion, so maybe you just type it in. Is that a thing, chat? Can you mod your title?
You can, to my knowledge, but I would be... I mean, yeah, we're on Workshop, so in theory that would show up. It could be a joke, boys. But we're busy worrying about that on Jamaican Coconut, bringing it back to within 1, 2 to 3 on game point.
Opposite
Balanced Waffle, welcome in. Communist Cowboy, welcome in. 2 pinnacles of the Rocket League Workshop community. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Boom. Opposite of what we have been seeing, Liquor and Coconut have definitely been the ones that start off strong this time around. They fell down to a deficit, but now trying to get it back. That's a good keep up as well, but Tybu read it. That's going to be awkward, but they somehow kept
awkward.
it up regardless.
Good
Yeah,
hit.
I don't know how.
To fill these guys in who have missed a little bit, it is 2-0 for Taha and Tybu, but both matches have been close, 6-10 and 9-10. We're just playing 1st to 10 unlimited touches. Not super strict on the rules, and Jesus, that redirect, an unfortunate touch. What a goal by Tybu.
It was. He hit his mark, 100% off the wall and down, calculated. Don't fight me. 4-2 now for this squad. He's been deadly.
Perfectly calculated no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, maybe not. Hold that thought. Liquor able to pull him back within one is, Tybu, right, talk him up, and then, of course, right on cue. Just, quite literally drop the ball there.
Yeah, man, if you can get the ball to bounce from, on kickoff to the ceiling and down, it seems pretty deadly. Seems like the main strat that everyone's going for. They're tilting the card a little bit to the left or right and then diagonal flipping into it. Shoot it up to the ceiling.
You know what I'm so excited about here, Furnace, for their RLWS? Is the fact that we get to watch this develop, these strategies. Like, off the ceiling is going to be meta for like a solid, 5 or 6 weeks, but then people are going to catch on and know how to defend it. And they'll move to something else, right? The quarter hits.
True. Yeah, I do plan on running the volleyball for at least, I mean, we can make it like seasonal and just finish out the winter with this. That's at least how many weeks, right?
Yeah, you got to love the irony.
Still got like 2 or 3 months.
Winter time, beach volleyball. Hell
yeah, you know what? Maybe we should have planned it a little bit better, but there's not a lot of winter maps that are on the more competitive side. I figured this was a really good competitive styled map to start things off with.
Oh, for sure. It makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it is. It is a summer map. Another little mistouch there. Right? Or did he miss? Oh my gosh. Coconut with that save.
How did he get that one out? That was nuts. And then Taha read it. Just passed. What a play.
That was good. They had to fight for that one, but it goes on the board. A point is a point. They're happy they got that one. It's tied back up.
Another passing play. These two are back and forth with it. A good pop there as well.
Yeah, Waffle, I agree. I agree.
It's a try to get back over, but a good touch here. Liquor.
Yeah, that was a play. That was
pop it back up with what is it called? The set. The set. Yeah, sets it up, right? And then trying to remember all the volleyball terms from high. Yeah, exactly. From high school volleyball. Oh, able to sneak that one in. Taha again.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of them just like this, where they're right there, and it's just getting used to the fact that it just has to bounce off the ground. It just has to barely touch the floor. There are other volleyball maps where the ball has to completely pass the plane of the floor. And in that case, he may have gotten to it, but not on this one.
Interesting.
Unfortunate touch there.
Falls right down for Tybu, who will make it 6-4. Now they're looking for the sweep, and they're just 4 points away from it. But you know how close both games have been. I would not be shocked to see them come out with some creativity here to try and even things up. As we tick up here, it's probably going to be around that 5-minute mark again. So yeah, well done with the timing thing here. That is not a good touch.
that is not a good touch.
Not
Ladies
exactly
and gentlemen,
mark
that one on things that you don't want to do. Okay, you can tell he's trying other things. He's trying the back wall. You know, people have been playing the front wall, side wall. It's not a lot of back. He's going. Who was the first one to really popularize that? Kind of Spider-Manning on the back, above the net. God, was that like Kronobi?
Could have been
I don't
Kronobi.
know. Probably not.
He did. Obviously,
he's just fresh on my mind because he recently resigned from professional play.
What a legend. What a goat. Yeah.
Absolute legend. But all of a sudden, back to 6, tied at 6. It really seems like overall, blue team's just making a couple more mistakes that's ultimately leading to the goals like this. Potentially, no. I had a bad camera angle. He easily controlled that.
Back in, Liquor able to get off the wall, trying to make it awkward yet again, but somehow Tybu takes it out of a difficult situation and try to sneak it down, but it hit the top of the net, so that'll allow them a chance to get back, but they don't do much with it as it just hits the ground there. Unfortunate. Again, they had the opportunity, but Taha and Tybu back on top. Almost snuck it in there. Almost just over that net.
That was solid. But kind of, right as I was saying, I mean, that's more or less a defensive mistake that ultimately led to that. Just a little bit better touch, and they keep that up.
A little bit of confidence here for Liquor and Coconut, though, because he came in expecting to potentially get crushed. Hasn't been that way, but they are 2 points away.
I mean, that ball just... Let's watch it here, but it kind of just rides the edge. Yeah, it didn't bounce out at all. It just rolls, kind of toilet bowls down. That's got to be frustrating. It's the first time that's happened as smooth as it did there.
Nick with an excellent question in chat. To be honest, something we can consider for future
Post-game interview?
Future efforts. Yeah,
I mean, I can shoot them a message in chat, see if they're feeling it.
Pure content there, to be honest.
But you're assuming that the game is over. Check the scoreboard. It's a 1-goal game. That being said, only 2 needed for Orange. It is getting down to the wire. The boys on blue are going to have to make 0 more mistakes to finish this one out and send it to game 4. They do not want to get swept.
They're just going to pretend like it's the first half of the game. They've been really good with it, but that
Banger.
is a shot and a half. Taha is popping off right now. It did in the first 2 games. And
coming off that middle wall
What?
and still getting the spike, getting the angle, using those aerial car mechanics to his advantage there. Something I can't seem to do, you know? A little frustrating.
You and me both, brother.
Brother. Hey, there you go.
Back to it. Oh my, you need 2 in a row, though.
We're still seeing kickoffs as kind of the best opportunity to catch people by surprise. See, Tybu came off the wall, tried that read, but the bounce, it hit ceiling, right? Bounce from the ceiling was a little bit harder than expected. So we're seeing both the ceiling shots and the, and just taking advantage of kickoff. A little fake action going.
Set for both of them. And they hit that back corner. It's so difficult, but they keep it up. You know, it could go back to the corner. Thinking Coconut going to keep it up. We're on match point right now. A good touch from Liquor.
Taha continuing that mid wall, just jumping off, trying to spike it. Coconut may have had that, but doesn't get it. That might be it. No, Coconut is in position. The dribble plays are tough. Playing it to himself.
That was a good keep, though, to get it back.
Yeah, I was holding my breath there, and it pays off. 9-9. It's a great composure and control from JamaicanCoconut, making that work.
It's got to be nerve-wracking, especially on match point.
Entire series.
You're sitting there,
Series point.
having to keep it exactly. Series point, having to keep it out. Somehow able to keep his cool, and then gets a good hit to beat the defense too. But now it's back to another tip-off here, I guess you could call it, from Taha as they go off the ceiling, trying to catch them off guard. But the team trying to stay alive does.
This might be it, no?
Trying to press in.
Ah, shoot!
And down
I
it
was
goes.
saying that in my head. I didn't even get to spit it out. This wall bounce is gonna be hard to read. Coconut. It always goes down a little bit faster, a little bit harder than you expect. Traditional Rocket League, that would bounce out. He'd be in a good spot, but as it stood, not enough. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out of the lobby. GG's on that one. A clean 3-0 sweep, but the match score does not tell the full story. All those games are extremely close. The last 2 both being 9-10, as I am sitting on my main screen lagging a little bit.
We'll do that for
There we
workshops.
go. It's a little bit better.
What's super
Do we wanna,
closer
no,
than we
go ahead.
thought? I feel like it was much closer than we thought it was going to be, especially with Tybu and Taha. In the fact that when we talked to Liquor and Coco, they're a little concerned. Not gonna lie, a little bit of realness behind the scenes. So, but still incredibly close. A good way to kick things off, and then you know Tybu and Taha get to try to hold their title in the King of Hill fashion, like you said, and we're only gonna get better from here. So, appreciate you having me, man.
Of course, yeah. Some real gamers coming in here in week 1. All 4 of these guys are really, really good at Rocket League. And Taha and Tybu get the job done. And we do have the lineup for next week. Might be a similar story. We will see. I don't want to write anyone off. But we do have 2 new content creators coming in to face Taha and Tybu. We have Rad Convict and Night Sky. Both, you can find them most popular on their TikTok pages. Some of you guys definitely know Night Sky, and Rad has been making a name for himself very recently with really spot-on impersonations of other content creators. Some really funny stuff. Excited to see those guys get in here next week. But this was round 1 of the Rocket League Workshop Show matches for a $40 prize pool. Hopefully this was pretty fun. We'll continue to get better as we go. Bearlight, anything else you want to say? Do we want to see if we can get these guys in here? Or they probably don't care. Let's ask.
Great question. Yeah, we'll ask them in chat, but I'll do final thoughts.
The winners want to say anything to chat. Totally up to you. LOL. We'll see. But yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
Great way to fire things up. There's a couple things that we didn't think about prior, but now that it's opened our eyes. So I think it's an awesome concept. Unfortunately, Taha's got scrims, so won't be able to join us. So, but maybe next time around, right? Be able to keep it in check, and next time around we'll be on time as well and get things going. Right now, I think it was a great start to it. 3-0, but like you said, it was way closer than anticipated, which just tells you that it's even ground for all of these, right? And so volleyball will continue to develop, and strategies like the ceiling to back corner, those are going to be around for a while until teams figure it out, and the meta might change, and so hopefully we'll keep it with volleyball enough for us to find those differences. We want to thank you so much for coming out and watching the first edition of Rocket League Workshop Show Matches hosted by TheeFURNAS and Bearlight on the Furnace Twitch channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Good night.